Got another good one. This wasn't, gonna make the niggas mad. They gonna be, oh, so you told? Nah, nigga, this ain't telling. Just watch. I wouldn't hear all that shit about his job, or it's like just like with the tech nerds who got fired by Elon. You know what I'm saying? You should thought of your family when you do dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? If I had some people to worry about like that, young ones and all that shit, I can't do dumb shit at a job. When you got a partner, hey man, fuck that shit, fuck that cracker, you ain't even being, oh no, not Mr. Johnny, not Mr. So-and-so. No, nigga, this shit stupid as hell. Literally, more than likely, it's something that's as stupid as hell, ain't got no reason to be doing all that. But anyway, just watch, and I'll tell you the whole story. This just happened. I told you when I think I uploaded the video already. It's gonna be this now. It's more than just. Remember, I was laughing about the lady got hit. Now it's more than just these motherfuckers. 3 trucks. I got on video 3 trucks. Just watch. Look at that. Look. You see him there sitting there, regular truck, normal. You see how small this street is. Watch what he do. It's time. They did it 3 times today. Now somebody had to been inside of me, But guess what? Yeah, I used my skills from NCIS. What is that? Naval Incident, the TV show, or Law and Order. I got the number off the side of the truck. Cause as I was driving the last one, cause that was the first one. I was going to. Matter of fact, that's around the corner. Well, it ain't around the corner. It's now, the stadium is like right up the street. Literally, you keep going, it's about 10 minutes away. I mean, not even by walk, it's about 10. By car, it's like 1 minute. The stadium, NFL, but whatever. It's a job I just picked. They're being funny about that shit too. I know they can have the control of the app, but I went to see where it's at, and yeah, matter of fact, it's across the street at the smaller stadium for Wednesday coming up. What is that next week? Obviously next week. Today Friday. It's gonna be is in a baseball stadium. They Maryland League team. I don't know. What is that? Something in Raleigh. But this ain't whatever. I don't know. They already got. But I went because it's like, oh, this down. It's gonna be where you gonna park at. But anyway. And plus, like I said, the last job Monday, even though I picked it last minute, but I had an hour and a half to get there, and it was only 20 minutes away. So a lot of times I go scout them out, see where I'm. But anyway, so on the way back, 2 more trucks did the same. I got all them on video. But so by the last one that did it, this guy right here, yeah, that guy right there did it too. Yeah, that's him. Here he goes. You see it? He pulls out just his nose. You see, there's another one. Because the cars behind me had to swerve out too. You see? Then another one does it. You got the hearse driver. Like, nigga, he trying to be funny with the stopping short. All these are like, for some reason, they got company vehicles doing all this shit. It's like, you gonna go from driving in the hearse to being in the hearse. Keep playing this shit. And so I go around hearse boy. Yeah, riding in the hearse sound like a 90s rap song. You don't go from riding in the hearse, driving the hearse to riding in the hearse. But anyway, there's another one. Yeah, here he go right there. Here's another one. Say all this is when span of 15 minutes. Everybody just can't drive. All these truck drivers just can't drive. I went to truck driving school when I was in the military. At the time, I thought it was just, but it was a civilian instructor. But I was watching one of them back when the History Channel was just regular. They weren't political. It was like 2004 or whatever. and they had a show about the truck drivers, the school. It's a 2-week class. It's the same as that class. I didn't know that, because they had said it when I was in the military. They was like, it's the same. They said the reason you can't just use your DD-214 and automatically get your CDL because you went to that school. It's the same. The biggest 18-wheeler, we only drove, the biggest one I drove was a day cab, and that's the same as like a Pepsi truck. You know, it's just around town. That's the biggest one I drove. But that's what all of them go through. Same, any truck driver with the biggest 18-wheeler on the road, it's the same 2-week class, the same little competition. And it's funny because I got a certificate. They made fun of me. They did. That's another story. I'll tell it later. But it's a competition at the end, 2-minute competition. You gotta they pick teams of all the kids in class. Well, we weren't kids, it was so 19, 20, brand new. So, but in the civilian world, yeah, you got old people. Some people might be in their 30s decide to drive trucks and go to city. It's the same fucking class. That's how I knew. I just happened to watch it, and they said, "Oh, this is the competition." I said, "Wait a minute, this is the exact same shit." You got to drive around the parking lot. One person drives. I chose to drive. I said I'll drive because I figured it was between the two of us, and I figured it was gonna take too long to decide. Some teams, because we weren't friends. It's just different battalions. It's just like in civilian. Y'all ain't friends. Some people might go as buddies. Man, let's go to CDL. But I'm just saying, and you don't even know it's gonna be a competition. We didn't know. At the end of every 2-week course, the last day. And it's part of your graduation and certification, and you got to drive around the lot. One drives, and the other one, what you do, you back up the cab. The other one does the legs that on the trailer. He pulls them, winds them up, jumps behind the cab, and hooks up the air brakes. You got to do the air brakes in the cab, let them, this and that. And drive around the course, back the trailer back up straight, and he got to again put the legs down, undo the air brakes, and then I could turn it off and get out, and that's the and we won. We did the fastest time. I still got it. It's just a piece of paper, just the 18th Airborne Corps, truck driving, the competition. But it's the civilian. But it don't translate because the states they just won't take it. Period. It's the exact same. You got to do it over again. And I think the only state is Florida. Is the only, back then when I got it was like 2000, literally the year 2000. And Florida got hip to it. That people would use because you got to be a resident to get your seat. So people would use somebody's address, a relative. They've been by time 2000. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was no games I already knew, and I wasn't finna do all that anyway. If anything, it would have been just go through it again, civilian, if I was going to drive trucks. But anyway. And so when I moved up here, I did have put it up. I had, in a nice, I just had it sitting on my TV thing. I had a 65 inch, whatever. This is like 24. And I guess I was having company, because I didn't know what gang stalking was. I mean, I knew something was going on, but I'm trying to make friends. So I had people come. And I'm telling you, literally, they made fun of me. Because better have niggas. You better have this professional niggas, the Democrats. Anyway, it didn't bother me. I was like, whatever. I'm like, that's the same. You think because it's military that certificate, it's like it's the same goddamn course that the guy driving next to you on the highway. So if you think I'm incompetent, which I'm not, no way. That dude next to you, it's the same course, school that he went to. Different instructors, different city, but it's the same fucking course. Just dumbass nigga always gotta hate and evil, nasty. And so I'm like, these dudes, I know for a fact, you're not, one of the first things he told us, when you're trying to turn, you don't go into oncoming, you don't swing wide. There's a way you turn. It's a shoulder method, all that. Matter of fact, we learned to drive bus just driving. It was 80 pack bus driving and what's the name school. So you can't turn so now street like this, you wouldn't be in an 18-wheeler, but the bus comes up this street, you see it. But they don't turn into it is kind of small, and most people smart enough to know to give them some room. But you saw what he did. You saw what all of them did, right? And this was in the span of 10 minutes, these others. So there's no way it's a coincidence. So, but the first guy, I got his ass. I don't care. Y'all can be mad. Oh, what? Matter of fact, like I said, I like my video short.